Right, the Sussexes' latest Netflix show, Polo, is out today.
Yeah, the reality show, which the couple both executive produced, will follow elite global polo players as they compete in the US Open Championships.
But after their last Netflix offerings flopped and American Riviera Orchard stalled, will this latest programme be any different?
Well, joining us now is royal commentator Angela Levin, not the Sussexes' biggest fan, it has to be said. Good morning, as always, to you, Angela. Will you be watching Polo?
Well, I will for work, but otherwise not. I wanted to see it before because it said it was coming on today, but it actual programme hasn't started. But I saw the sort of up-to-date thing that's very odd. It's called, they say, executive produced by, and then it's by Harry and Meghan. Executive produced. Does that mean they're just doing little bits at the end to please them? Or have they really done the whole thing?
I suspect it means they can get stuff cut out that they don't like. That's probably the role of the exec producer. And you see it with the Kardashians, that the momager, Kris Kardashian's always listed as an exec producer because she goes, don't want that bit in there, take that out. So it's ultimately about a little bit of editorial control, I suppose, over your brand.
Right, okay. But I think in any case that if you've never done anything like that, you might have been in umpteen things, but actually being a producer is very, very different. And I can't see how Meghan could do that, where she knows very little about polo except trying to hold on to the winning cup.
Well,
go on.
Sorry, Angela, I was going to say she's got more experience than somebody like myself. How much are they getting paid for this for this offering? Is it part of the wider Netflix deal, or are they being paid specifically for this one?
Yeah, it's part of the wider Brexit deal, yes. But I think that they're getting really fed up with it. I mean, it's very odd because you don't see them at all. And actually, you know, what you get is Figuera, who I don't know who he is, but you know he plays polo, and he says it's, you know, it's a lifetime. You know, we eat, we sleep, we breathe polo. And then some woman comes in and says, oh, but they're very sexy. They're smelly and sweaty. You know, they're really nice.
Angela, stop it. I can't wait to watch it. I've got to be honest with you. It sounds good. But shall we move on to something maybe a bit more suitable for 7:15? The Princess of Wales. She's been shortlisted. She's in the top 10 for Times Person of the Year. Do you fancy her chances?
Well, I can only hope. I think she's so marvellous and she's gone through so much. And seeing her at with all the family for the first time, and she was going around talking to everybody, looking sensational. You really hope so, because I think it's also not that she's done so much this year, but she's actually behaved so brilliantly and she's spoken so honourably and honestly that I think it's she does deserve it. But there are some other people. Elon is there, and I think that he could easily snatch it from her. But even if she doesn't, we think she's wonderful, so it's okay, isn't it?
I agree, Angela, absolutely.
Thanks, Angela.
I have sat through 5 hours of polo on Netflix. And I'm actually not exaggerating.
No one supports Harry and Meghan's Netflix projects like their haters. Their latest series, Polo, premiered on Netflix today, and it's very good. It has lots of drama, and Harry and Meghan make an appearance. This miserable woman and professional Harry and Meghan hater spent all day watching Harry and Meghan's new Netflix series just to complain about it. It's honestly hilarious. Her life is so sad. If you're 4 episodes in, you're a fan. She also watched their last series, Heart of Invictus, and took notes. Imagine making a chart to hate watch something you've already made your mind up about. She took issue with the disabled veterans featured. Brittany, it might be time for you to get a life before it's too late, and then maybe if you're lucky, you can be as happy as your sister.
Morning, friends. The wait is over. Have you treated yourself to even one episode of Harry and Meghan's Polo Spectacular? I watched the first one last night and I've been completely blown away by just how good it is. I tell you what, I used to see polo as an elitist sport, and it still is because the costs are massively high. But these two have made it absolutely relatable, even to people like me, and their love for each other and their love for community and other humans is just shining through from the start to the end of every single episode. I tell you, the minions at Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace must be going mad, because this is the quality of a true Hallmark movie, not one that you have to produce yourself, if you know what I'm saying. It had glamour, it's got plots, it's got characters, it's love, it's relatable. They're putting themselves on the world stage like freaking movie stars. Comments are open, guys. Let me know what you sorry, it's early. Let me know what you thought about it. More episodes to come. Morning, friends. Happy Thursday. Sometimes, and this is one of those times, believe me, the headline tells the full story. Harry, the media magnate, gets priority in the headline, and the majority of the text is dedicated to him, as Harry is lauded, quite correctly, for having remote calls with bereaved children, whereas William, at the end of the sentence, is giving gifts to soldiers' families. He's giving gifts to children that have both their parents there. Harry's on the international stage supporting the children that really need it. And I absolutely loved Harry's eloquence in the story, if you want to find it, where he talks about reminding the children that they have a network of people around them who love them, and this time of year, it's okay to have any feelings you want. He's speaking to children and explaining that at Christmas, there's a lot of pressure on us to be happy individuals and perform exceptionally with our families, and it's okay if you don't feel like that. This guy has just got the gift of the script, but he doesn't need a script, because what he feels and what he says is in his heart and in his head. It just comes out naturally, no preparation, just lots of empathy and lots of support. William's just giving presents out, according to Bridie Pearson-Jones. Well done, William. Impact, no impact. Comments are open. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Happy Friday. It's a bit weird to be up here, but I didn't want to spoil this amazing image of Meghan back in her natural environment and radiating kindness, positivity, and goodness. And as you would expect, the amazing dress that she's wearing in this image sold out within minutes, literally, of this image being produced. I'm pleased that she's back to the person that she needs to be and should be after years hanging around with the non-working, charity-stealing British royal family. This is exactly where she belongs, and this is exactly, this image personifies why Harry chose to marry her and why he left the UK sharpish when things weren't working out. As ever, guys, comments are open. Let me know what you think. Harry and Meghan are going to continue to go on to do greater and greater things. And as they focus on shining a light on the things that we should all be talking about, the non-working, charity-stealing royal family in the UK will fade into oblivion. The dichotomy between the light and the dark of the other people is clear to see. Have a brilliant day. Comments are open, guys.
Yesterday I had a medical emergency with my eyes, and so I couldn't wear my contacts. And I'm contractually obligated to work on Sundays, so I still had to appear on television and I still had to deliver content. One of the videos went up today, and some of you were so ugly about my glasses and complaining about my glasses. I don't... Anybody that would be so hateful about me wearing glasses, I'm sorry, but my videos are not for you. I'm not making content for you. You can move along. Do not harass me over a medical emergency. I don't care if you like my glasses or not. I'm legally blind. Sometimes I have to wear them. Like, move on and get a freaking grip.
I'd never met him before. And so we had a little chat about the kind of things we talk about. And he was like, you can ask me whatever you want, but I might not answer it. I said to him, have you ever thought about moving away? And he was like, yeah, I'd love to move away, but I can't because of what I need to do to support the Queen. And that has just stuck with me forever in terms of, He didn't say it on camera. He just said it in a really candid chat with me. And so whenever anyone says to me, it was Meghan's fault that they left, that conversation always springs to mind because he always had it in him, this potential to jump. And I think Meghan came along and said, hold my hand and we'll jump together. Princess Charlotte's just been born. Would you like to have kids? And he came out with this brilliant line.
Comes times when you think, right, now's the time to settle down, or now's not, whatever the way it is. But I don't think you can force these things. It will happen when it's going to happen. Of course, I'd love to have kids right now, but yeah, there's a process that one has to go through.
To which his communications team kind of took a bit of an intake of breath, like, oh my goodness, why did he say that? But then he also went on to say about how he just wanted to have someone alongside him to support him. And then what was it? A couple of years later, he met Meghan.
Yeah.
Morning, friends. This one disappeared just as quickly as it was dropped because guess what? The latest Andrew disaster stole the headlines from Kate. Yet more family friends are speaking up. I mean, obviously they're not identified in the story via a photograph or a name because that would just be wrong and a bit too credible, right? But anyway, the family friends are coming out in force to say Kate is getting better, there's light at the end of the tunnel, but guess what? She's not going to be doing much work in 2025. We just want to let you all know that, you people out there that are paying for her and the rest of the family, she'll be around, but not working that hard because obviously her recovery is more important than the amount of money you have to pay to keep her in knickers. This is absolute madness, isn't it? In 2023, before Kate's disastrous year, she wasn't around that much anyway. I mean, the number of engagements she performed was literally only just in double digits. To prep us that she's not going to be around in 2025, what's happening with the press? Comments are open, guys. Keep paying for her, though, won't you? Don't stop paying your tax. That would be bad. Let me know what you think. Can the lives of the royal parasites, that's this lot and more, get any more complex? I don't think they can. And we all know that these guys are Britain's biggest benefits claimants. Yes, that's hard to say. They literally cost the UK £500 million a year for doing zero. Anyway, get to the point, Martin. And just to let you know, at the end of this video, I'm going to give William and Kate some praise. Yes, I know, I've not had a bump on the head. It's just fact. The timing of this article is bad for Charles because it came out hours before the revelations about Andrew's links and relationship to the Chinese spy and the lots of backhanders of cash that came Andrew's this way were released. Charles has literally been trying to get him back in the fold, knowing what type of character is. And guess what, Charles? You know a lot more now, don't you? Now the Telegraph have exposed exactly where Andrew gets his money from. And this guy must feel like an absolute fool. But get to the point. Praise on William and Catherine for not allowing Andrew to come to Kate's Christmas Carol service. There's rumours in the hacks, the media circle, that Andrew wanted to be placed behind a pillar so he's effectively hidden and wouldn't be captured by the TV cameras. But these two said, no way, Jose, you're on your own. And what a good job they did, because literally days after this, we find out Andrew's arrogance and stupidity has yet again made him into a laughingstock. From Epstein to Maxwell to Chinese spies, these are the things we know about. What the else don't we know about? Comments are open, guys. Have a brilliant Saturday. Morning, friends, and stand by your bed, because it turns out we found out today that the king is furious with his little brother Andrew because of his close links with a Chinese spy. My question to the king and the rest of morality is, why wasn't the king furious about the following things? Andrew's £12 million settlement in the Epstein case, the press attitude that drove Harry and Meghan out of the country, Kate manipulating photos, confusing and contradictory messages from Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace, the theft of tens of millions of pounds a year from the charities that these royals purport to support, cold and damp tenants both in William's properties and in his own properties, and the massive cost of his own family placed on British taxpayers like me. Charles is not furious about any of those things. He's just furious about the things he wants to be. A petty, small-minded individual trying to cover up his own failures. Andrew's going to write a book, guys, and it's going to be flipping carnage. Comments are open. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends, and oh my goodness, the arrogance and stupidity of this man, Andrew, continues to be exposed as even the quality UK digital media, the flipping Daily Telegraph, are revealing more and more about his links and relationship to someone who has now been confirmed as a Chinese spy. MI5, although it sounds like MI6 if you read the text, the equivalent of the American CIA, have now investigated and they've confirmed that Andrew took cash from China. Does this guy ever learn? And what was Andrew giving them in return for the cash? We know he took the Chinese spy into Buckingham Palace, so clearly Andrew has not learned anything from the Ghislaine Maxwell exposure and the Epstein exposure. Remember those photos of Ghislaine Maxwell and Epstein at Balmoral and in Buckingham Palace? The guy's not learned anything from that, has he? He literally just continues to act as though he's impervious to the law. Let's pull out some of the key facts from the text. The confidant was a close confidant of Andrew's and had an unusual degree of trust with Andrew. Says it all. Unusual degree of trust. Lots of chats, around him a load, and Andrew took the money from China. If that doesn't tell you, even you royalists, Margaret, I know you're going to be watching this on X, Twitter, you little tricky person. If that doesn't tell you that the royal family is not appropriate for 2025, I don't know what is. Comments are open, guys. Have a great Saturday. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Well, the Daily Mail and the BBC are not holding back on this story. And honestly, as a British taxpayer, I feel, why should they hold back on it? Let's delve into it straight away. So it turns out that Andrew, who is absolutely famous for his bad temper, poor judgment and poor character, has been associated with someone that's now been labelled as a Chinese spy. The Chinese spy attended Andrew's birthday party, but what's more concerning to me, if you read the text in the article, is this Chinese spy was authorised by Andrew to raise investment for him in China. I mean, come on, guys. Is this leading back to the trail of the mysterious benefactor who's paid £3 million a year from Andrew for Andrew's security? Was it Charles or was that not true? Has the money come from overseas? What the heck has blabbermouth Andrew been talking about at these gatherings with his close friend and confidant? You honestly could not make this stuff up. This is like some sort of bad James Bond novel from the 1970s. Comments are open, guys. Have a brilliant day. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Well, there's a plethora, that's a good word, isn't it, of things I could talk about in my last video of today, but I've chosen this one. The other two things could have been Charles and William's £179 million a year profit from just being landlords, that's right, tenants in the freezing cold, and that Charles has invited 45 royals around for Christmas lunch. Well done, British taxpayer, because you're paying for all those lazy to enjoy that lunch. You're paying for everything. Let's get back to the story. Get to the point, Martin. I hear you cry. I'm not sure in this economic situation that we're in, where we're claiming that we can't afford to pay nurses a decent wage, that spending £46 million on a statue of someone that we now know literally charged charities tens of millions of pounds a year. Yeah, literally taking money directly out of collection boxes, and was the head of numerous other pieces of shady activity. I've got to be careful what I say. I'm not sure erecting a statue to honour someone of that calibre is the best thing to do in Britain. I honestly think that sometimes the rest of the world must be absolutely laughing at us. The taxpayers bear the burden. The people at the top do whatever they want. That's all I'm going to say. Comments are open, guys. Have a brilliant Friday. Let me know what you think.
Prince Andrew's shown himself to be lacking in his judgmental skills and in assessing the character of individuals he involves himself with. This is surprising given the nature of his upbringing. It might be reasonably assumed that advisors would be on hand to ensure he didn't fall into traps and keep making these errors of judgment that he seems to be regularly doing. I heard someone use the phrase useful idiot, and sadly this does seem to be somewhat appropriate with Prince Andrew. It's a phrase used by the Chinese government. It would therefore be perhaps advisable if the king did exercise some kind of control over the activities of Prince Andrew in the future. However, this is likely to be practically and diplomatically problematic. Nikki says, Vanessa, I never understand the hypocrisy of folk who show so much hate towards Prince Harry and his wife, while there's hardly a murmur against this arrogant freeloader Andrew Windsor. He's endangering the country with this Chinese spy, which should be of great concern to us. That's Nikki in Kent. And Sarah, first-time caller, says they're the royal family who the British population look up to and learn from. They set examples to the UK on how to behave. This is disgraceful. He should be removed from the royal family.
We should support Andrew. I mean, he's ill-advised by the palace.
Right.
He's ill-advised by government ministers and whoever is in control of these things.
Yeah.
I mean, we only have to look at history. If you look at Princess Margaret, for example, seemed to go off the rails. Harry's done the same. Andrew's done the same. So there's a pattern here. And you can't help the family you're born into, can you?
No.
So we should be supporting these people, not sort of when they make stupid mistakes like talking to a Chinese spy.
Yes.
You know, he should never have got near a Chinese spy.
You could say that, you know, once somebody's behaviour attracts embarrassment, censure, you know, people are shocked by it, people are appalled by it, people really don't like it, it seems very questionable, then you might say that the brand, and it is a brand, the royal brand, it you know, attracts, as we know, millions, if not billions of pounds worth of tourism to this country. We need it to be shiny and nice looking and attractive. We don't need it to be, do we, stained by the behaviour of Andrew. We just really don't need it.
I sort of agree, but Harry's done the same. Princess Margaret did the same.
Well, hasn't done exactly the same. I mean, what, you know, Princess Margaret just she got divorced and then she had a much younger boyfriend, but she didn't do anything dodgy, did she? It's not the same. It's not the same. And what Harry has done is also not the same.
But what I'm saying, Vanessa, is they all make mistakes.
Well, I don't know if they are mistakes. Harry wouldn't say he's made a mistake, would he? He'd say he's done the right thing for him and he's very happy. So I don't think he'd say he's made a mistake.
I think the jury's still out on that one.
Well, it's his own life, as many people have said, isn't it?
Now, obviously, Donald Trump is the person of the year. At this point, he's basically America's main character. So him winning is not surprising. What was surprising were the finalists.
These were the 5 finalists here in no particular order: Vice President Kamala Harris, the Princess of Wales, Elon Musk, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and President-elect Donald Trump.
Okay, look, no disrespect, but Kate Middleton was a finalist over Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the president of the United States. I mean, sure, Kate Middleton is the leader of Hamas, but still, it should be the sitting president as a finalist, but...
Diana was with Charles when he left hospital. They went home to Highgrove together, but Diana soon left its front door for London, and Camilla arrived by the back entrance to nurse the prince.
She is a mother to Charles, she's a nanny, she's a nurse, she's a mistress, she's somebody who treats him as a little boy, which I think is what he wants half the time. I think she must be great in bed with him. This is a lady who just does everything for the Prince of Wales and doesn't actually ask for that much in return. If he hadn't humiliated Andrew Parker Bowles by going on television, he admitted that he'd been unfaithful. Not only did it cuckold him in front of everybody, but it also was a fellow brother officer in one of the regiments saying, I have been having an affair with a fellow officer's wife. That is an absolute no-no in the British Army.
I go downstairs. There's a very happy little threesome going on downstairs. Camilla, Charles, and some other man who I didn't know, chatting away. So I thought, right, this is your moment. And I said, Camilla, I'd love to have a word with you, if possible. And she looked really uncomfortable, put her head down. She said, oh, yes, right. And I said to the two men, OK, boys, just have a quick word, Camilla. and I'll be up in a minute. And they shot upstairs like chickens with no heads. And I could feel upstairs all hell breaking loose. What is she going to do? It was very interesting. She said to me, "You've got everything you've ever wanted. All the men in the world fall in love with you. You've got 2 beautiful children. What more do you want?" And I didn't believe what she said anyway. So I said, "I want my husband." And she said, "Well," and she looked down the whole time. I said to Camilla, "I'm sorry I'm in the way." In the car on the way back, my husband was over me like a bad rash. I cried like I've never cried before. It was anger. It was 7 years of pent-up anger coming out. Cried.
Hello, my people. Lady Rose here. To all my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. Guys, we did not wait too long. Yes, anti-karma. Yes, anti-karma. I told y'all guys, anti-karma lives in China. No, not in China, in India. That name that you hear, karma, it's Indian name. So that's where anti-karma lives. And guess what? Anti-karma traveled. Anti-karma traveled on this Kinsey kid. See the Kinsey? The Kinsey kid. You know, sometimes I just can't say this hater's names correct. Kinsey. Guys, oh, I need to focus. I need to focus, anti-karma. Let me focus a little bit because I know, anti-karma. I know what you do. What do? You always do good job. You never disappoint, auntie. We love you. I appreciate you. Yes, you did that right. You did right. Remember that, Kinsey. Yeah, remember when this kid came out here saying that Meghan should unalive herself when she was having those SI ideations? She said what she said. She was really, I mean, I ain't got no words. Auntie Karma came, took care of her eyes. You know, I was told by my mama when I was a little kid, she said, never make fun of anybody's deformities or anything like that, handicap, I don't know what their sickness, disease, stuff like that. But y'all know what Kinsey stands for? That Kinsey Kissy. She stands for hate. She's a deeply racist. She is a hater of Meghan. She is jealous of Meghan. And on top of that, she's really not really good, well remunerated. She has to work on Sundays in order to get paid. Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? So this kid pretends to be in Hollywood. She pretends to, well, I don't even know if she pretends to be in Hollywood or she always envies Meghan because she cannot be at Meghan's. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening with this light today in my house here. This light ain't good. Yeah, this light is kind of messing up, but guess what? Y'all don't look at my face, listen to what I'm saying, okay? Let's go back to this. Her. Kinsey. So Kinsey ain't got no eyes. Apparently, Kinsey can't even drive. Kinsey has serious issues. This is what I told y'all, sisters. This is what I told you, my queens and my kings around here. I told y'all. Any person you see sitting down there has a job, gets paid to hate another human being. In this case, Kinsey, who gets paid to hate on Meghan. And she gets paid to do that job on Sundays. She told you. Y'all listen to her. Some people get made fun of whatever she be wearing. Yeah. They get made fun of. And on me. Them people did. They made fun of it. And I don't blame them. Because you know, when you mean like this kid, when it's your turn, just take it like a champion. Just take it like a champion. You came out here, made fun of Meghan's mental health. Yes, you did. And right now, you have a permanent disability. I'm telling you, you're going to do all the lens correction. I don't know what they're going to remove those cornea. They're going to remove every single part of those your eyes. You ain't going to see. God doesn't like ugly. And Auntie Karma, she been traveling. I'm telling you, I'm going to save my money for this December here. I better buy Auntie Karma some suitcases. Yeah. Auntie Karma went and knocked at Mick Mambo's door. Mick Mambo started making all the fake pictures out here, fake videos and everything. And that Charlie boy guy. That Charlie boy. Auntie Karma came and visited her too. So somebody told me Auntie Karma's suitcase was kind of getting worn out. So I'ma buy her some other suitcases. She need to travel some more. She need to travel to that O'Sullivan's, Kevin, that little guy. That little man who hangs around this kid here. What is the channel called? There used to be a show in America with the name of that channel. That show used to be on TV around. Daytime TV show. So that's the name of the channel where this kid here goes with that Kevin O'Sullivan to talk about Meghan. Only thing they say about Meghan are the wrong ones. They've never said anything good about that person that they don't even know. So it turns out these broke, poor people, they actually have to come on here on Sundays to make those videos. Because I bet you the person who does help them put all those videos together works from Monday through Saturdays. The person only has time on Sundays to put all those stuff together, those hate together. Because they're not really very dedicated to doing this kind of work. Because this is terrible work. That's why you're blind. That's why you can't see no more. Any kind of lens correction you're going to make, you're going to go to Tunisia, you're going to go to Turkey, you're going to go to Azerbaijan, nothing is going to help you. Go to Tbilisi, Armenia, wherever, go somewhere. To Kiev, nobody is going to help you. You're so miserable. I've been telling you, we've been telling y'all guys for years. All these Meghan haters have some issues. If they do not have health issues, they have marital issues. If they do not have marital issues, they are single people who are not desirable by nobody. I mean, look at them. I mean, look at all of them. And brother, that AI brother popped this comment really sweet. What he said about one of them, other one of the royal nonsense mess. Did y'all hear that ban? The ban is AI. Even AI knows this royal. AI knows the tabloids are the haters. They are horrible people who should be eradicated from the surface of the planet. That tabloid movement needs to be eliminated and wiped down from the surface of this planet, because those people, that system, somebody needs to do something. Abolish that monarchy, and them tabloids gonna disappear. The tabloids tried to hang around Hollywood a little bit, and guess what? Hollywood kind of gives them most down. Hollywood gives them middle fingers, and guess what? Next thing you know, they're gonna sit down there talking about Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, because nobody gives a F-O about these people. Why we also sitting down here to pay attention about them is because of what they're doing to our sister. We can't let him sit down there and destroy our child. We can't let him sit down there and destroy Meghan. What did Meghan do? She didn't do nothing to deserve all this trash from these trashy people. I was watching a sister there, a white sister on TikTok. She's like, well, you know, those people, those Karens, they're not calling them Karens anymore. They're calling them nowadays Nancys. I don't know why they switched from Karen to Nancy, but it is what it is. So look at this Nancy Kinsey. She came out. Well, people making fun of my glasses. People making fun of me. They shouldn't be making fun of me. And you know what you stand for, Kinsley? You know what you stand for, right? I was thinking people like you are getting paid by bullying that you would never even have any kind of health condition. Less, again, disability. You know, getting yourself all disability in the books out here, but one disability you should avoid at any cost is the eyes. Because, brother, if you can't see, there's lots of stuff that comes with it. God heal all the squatties with any eye conditions. God protect y'all. But Kinsey, Auntie Karma, take the vision. Take the entire little 10% that is left. Did you hear me? I'm gonna buy you suitcases, Auntie. I'm gonna buy you suitcases so you could visit more houses, so you could keep traveling. Travel to all of them houses. Next thing I want to see, Becky, the belly one, the blood. I want to see her come out here talk about her sugar. That she's about to get some kind of neuropathy somewhere. And then bring in Tomini and give Tomini something around the throat. And make her head grow big and big and big and big. Keep growing bigger. Yeah, that's all I'm asking for, Auntie. Auntie Karma, you rock. So y'all, did you all read this article around here? That's saying that a bully went to talk about his father's health with this dude who got elected in this country here. So the guy came out and spilled the beans about his father's health. So apparently McMumbles and Bulliam are getting ready to become queens and king. But you know what? I'm just repeating what is being said out here. But I'm telling you, it ain't gonna happen. McMumble ain't never gonna be queen. Bulliam ain't never gonna be king. And that cheating boy, Charlie boy, the cheater, he ain't gonna go anywhere anytime soon. Nope. If these people are gonna go like an extra mileage to take the bone marrow and switch and change them in his body for him to survive. I'm telling you, he's capable of doing that. You know, with all the billion that dude has, that guy is greedy as his mama. I'm telling you, these billionaires, they found lots of ways to prolong life. They're going to work on that lifespan. Make you live forever. Y'all know Charlie Boy's mama also had a big C. She had all her bones and all those stuff. So but I'm telling you, Charlie Boy ain't got nothing. He ain't got no big C. Dude was called racist, which he is. Y'all saw the treatment of Meghan. You do not need any more approval. You do not need any other statement to show you who the guy really is. He's a racist. So the Yahoo and all those papers out there have like bully him and make mumbles trying to enjoy quiet life before the storm of becoming king and queen. Make mumbles being cheated on. This guy, the chitty Charlie Boy, if he even has the big C, I'm telling you that part of organ is going to be removed in entirety to avoid the metastasis of cancerous cells. And they're going to take some other new part from some young organ and put in that body. Trust me, with that billion, with those billions, I mean, and with the numbers of life, of years, he waited to inherit that throne. He ain't leaving. Charlie Boy ain't leaving. They're gonna practice every single one of the life extension for this guy out here. Did y'all know that this guy is a vegan? Charlie Boy is. This guy started learning everything about life a long time ago. And the billions just make it easy for him to navigate the way to live forever. Don't be in a hurry, bully him. I don't know what happened to that bully kid. Did y'all see that I lost weight because I worked on a weight loss journey. This guy lost weight in 3 months in hiding out of blue. Do you want to tell me, maybe are you also thinking loud like me? Maybe bullying me was the one with big C? And if he did not have big C, he went on Ozempic. That's what the rich people do. And I heard that Ozempic in his country is only $200. Ozempic is maybe $2,000 here in the United States of America. Only the rich people can afford it. But this guy in his country, on the salty island, Ozempic is $200. So you know why that dude tried to go on Ozempic? One, either he wanted y'all guys to feel sorry for him, and all this is just the masquerade after all the cheating. But you know what? I applaud you for cheating or make mumbles. I wouldn't want any woman to come there, seduce me with some fishnet and expect me to be with them forever, because that is a night lady, escort. And that's exactly what she was doing there. You call him the deck bottom, whatever, on the sea. walking around in underwear all day in front of old guys with a dead That's how those oligarchy work around. What do you think they do to women? What do you think they do with women? They just like beautiful women, young women, to hang around them just to make them feel like men. But down there, they did. I'm going to tell you lots of stories one day. You want to ask me if I was escort? Don't be pulling nonsense on me, okay? I just learned lots of stuff. I did lots of researches in my life. I mean, lots of them. That's how I learned about all these old men hanging around girls on those yachts. Where McMambo's came from. McMambo's is never going to become any queen. McMambo's, those areas there, all these ones here, they're out here. The same as this one here. The one married to this dude. This Eastern European one. For some reason, it's just the European girls. Girls, what's going on? Is that how y'all guys be behaving out there? I mean, most of y'all. And from what I remember when I was little, it used to be kids from poor families. Well, but wait a minute. How did McMambo's parents even become middle class? Because them people were flight attendants. And now that mama was serving tuna salad and crackers on British Airlines. So ain't no way that she came from money. And y'all remember what I told y'all guys about the goldsmith. The Carol Middlebums family from Australia. I told y'all everything about that family, right? They're coming not from no damn money. They're coming from long line of gang members. Criminals. They shipped all the goldsmith from that place there. From the United Kingdom. They shipped them to Australia. I already told y'all guys, the people who've been with me here forever, y'all know what I told you about the Middlebums family. Her mother's family. Long line of goat stealers from farms. They used to steal people's goats in Berkshire, in England. So those goldsmith people ended up in Australia. So they have a lot of family members in Australia right now. And they're still in the gang. And that family, when they moved to Australia, they never stopped what they learned, what they knew best. They were still stealing from people. Go Google it. It was said by Independence, by a Daily Mail. It was everywhere. It was written, go Google Middlebum's family from Australia, the Goldsmith, the Carol Middlebum's family. You gonna find her. Long line of thieves. Remember that Uncle Gary? Middlebum's uncle? Their wife beater? The alcoholic. He got arrested for beating his wife. Yes, he did. So those are Middlebum's family. Those are not rich people. They got no old money. The Mirror and all those people tried to whitewash Middlebum and tried to put her into money somewhere. I'm telling you, no. Her relatives, their great-great-mother was Sophia Goldsmith, and Goldsmith was in Australia. She was in Australia. She lived in Australia. She married one of them Goldsmith criminals. And they had a bunch of kids who are related directly to Carol Middlebum. So it's a bunch of criminals, of thieves. So McMumbles did not come from no money. And therefore, you know, that's why this one, the queen mistress, does not like her to even become a queen. Because she feels entitled to that power and everything, and whatever she calls the reputation of the monarchy. Meanwhile, she is as dirty as the rug that mops everybody's front door floor. Just take the rag and go to your front door, mop that area, and look at that rag. That's exactly how filthy that mistress is. The one y'all call queen. And yet she's fighting the other filthy one. All those people have terrible reputation. The only one with clean reputation, with brains and everything, with healthy brain cells and who can think, is Meghan Markle. And she happened to be a black woman. The rest of all these people you seeing there, another only woman in that family who had respect and everything was Princess Diana. Prince Harry's mother. Rest in peace, queen. Beautiful mother. Y'all heard what she said in this video about all these rotten people. I can't repeat too much of those stuff because it just really hurts so bad to even talk about it, to even think about that kind of stuff that happened to these children. And it happened like back in the day, those years, I never even thought stuff like that happened. I thought stuff like that happened in Hollywood movies. But brother, I was wrong. Terribly sad. So Camilla's fighting Middlebum. And Middlebum, Bulliam doesn't feel like she is enough to be queened up. So they princessed her up. They dashed her up. They princessed her up. And they do not want to queen her up. And it's never going to happen when the home wrecker, this one, the filthy one, is there. Unless y'all guys gonna learn what the Russians used to do in the past. You put some little thing, something there, something, and then give them. Otherwise, but for real, let me be a little bit serious. You know, I do not want that Middlebum to even become a queen. And she doesn't even deserve to be a queen. And you know, bad thing if she even does become a queen, her reputation is so Terrible. And the rest of those people are just afraid of Meghan to become their queen. But sometimes without karma, you ain't gonna have lots of choice. She gonna be your queen. And you're gonna be surprised. All of y'all guys haters. Becky the Blood. Yeah, y'all go Google the Goldsmith, the criminals from Australia. Middlebum relatives from Australia. You're gonna find it. You're gonna find it either on Daily Mail, on Telegram or Telegraph, whatever, or Metropolitan, one of the other. You're gonna find it. Please Google it so you can look at Middlebum with other eyes. Came from long line of those people. And remember, few months ago, or maybe approximately a year ago, there were rumors that royal jewels were missing $80 million. And a few months after that, Middlebum disappeared. And the person who saw those jewels this last time was Middlebum. Hallelujah. God bless you. I love y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all guys again later. And so please go to subscribe to all the Success friendly channels. Go to my brother Baron and on Royal Success and subscribe. And please share his videos. Because guys, I don't know what y'all guys will be doing. See, the brother's been to 60,000 subscribers. After all those years, that 60,000 subscribers doesn't even go to nowhere. Shame on all of us. Go to Isabella Bax. The sister's even fighting those 5,000 subscribers, and for some reason, we can't even get 25 or 28 people who are missing there. Shame on all of us. Go to all the success-friendly channels. Take my videos. Share my videos. There are all those compilation of little tiny videos that people need to know about all those stuff happening around that rotten criminal white supremacist family. You know? The Triple K family. Y'all need to share this so people could also learn and so people could also come to our side and help us fight this criminality. The white sisters are doing good on here, and the white brothers, they're all doing good on TikTok. God bless y'all. We love each other. We love y'all, guys. Let's be together. Let's be one. Let's stop looking at colors. Let's wrong be wrong and good be good for every person of every race. And let's all hang out together and be one family and one love. Y'all take care. I'll talk to y'all guys again tomorrow. Bye for now. I said tomorrow, not tomorrow, but after a couple of days, I need to collect all those videos and put them together for y'all guys. So I'll be saying like, it's just kind of a habit. But guys, I apologize. I'm going to see you in a few more days. Yes! Bye for now!